Hi lovelies! Welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today is one of my favorite days of the month, and that is Savings Challenge Day! Yay! If you're new here, please take a second, hit subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and spending a little bit more of your time with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And everyone, please take a second, smash that thumbs up button. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them in chat as well. So Savings Challenge Day for me is when I pull out all of my savings challenges, my trackers, my envelopes, my savings challenge money. I got some cash in here, and stop and just go through and mark all of my trackers on everything. Some of this stuff I have made, like this is one of my very first envelopes that I made. It's just cheap cardstock, which I cut up, taped. It's even a reused one. It used to be what I used for my personal cash. And then some of them I have made, like I made the trackers, and then honestly, it's just a piece of 6x6, what is that called? Scrapbook paper, in which I folded it and created an envelope. Some of it I've actually stopped and printed. I've got some free stuff off of the Budget Mom, so that's where some of my fancy envelopes came from. And then I've also made some other ones, laminated some of them, didn't laminate some of them. So just a hodgepodge of different places that I try to be as frugal as I can, cheap, to be able to pick up different envelopes that I like. So let's reorganize here for just a minute. I love to refer to this as my Hot Mess Express. All right, we got everything situated and organized. And up first, I typically do my nickel challenge, which is where you're supposed to save 5 cents a day every day for 365 days. And if you do, you save, I think the max is $18.25 on the last day, and it's roughly $3,000. Well, I needed to reprint my sheet. I decided that I wanted it was on a piece of paper where I had to flip back and forth. I didn't really like that, so I reprinted it onto one piece of paper, and in doing so, I went ahead and knocked it up to $20. So instead of saving roughly 3,000 something, now I'm going to save $4,000 when this is all said and done. This challenge, I am in no rush to get done. The reason being that it really is not a priority right now. For right now, getting out of debt is my current priority. So just slowly, and I do mean slowly, working on this. I pay cash when we do fast food. There's some other things that I will randomly pay cash for, and in doing so I also collect my change. So just trying to find ways to fund this without really funding a whole lot. Because this is going towards my emergency fund, if you've been around, you know that I have 2 emergency funds. I have one savings challenge and I have one for the, oh crap, we have an emergency right now. And I split basically $5 every week. So we do get a little bit of cash in here as well to hopefully help make this go a little faster. So let's figure out how much money we have first. All right, so there's $7 cash plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, $1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So that's $1.18. Oops, 18. Yes, plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 cents. Plus 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times 0.25, which gives me a total of $13.53. How exciting! All right, so let's start by putting this into here. All right, so I do like to organize it. Don't typically count it. Actually, I don't count it. And then all of my change goes into my, oh, not so pretty container, specifically for my 5 cents challenge. It is a gallon jug that I am working on filling all of my change, and it gets very heavy very quickly. I should probably take it and change it in, but I don't want to yet. Oh, and to the ground it goes. All right, so what I said, $13.53, so $13.50, oh yay, is available. So we'll just shade in one of these today. Sometimes I get to break it up, sometimes I don't, it just depends. All right, there's my $13.50, and that's my nickel challenge. Moving. All right, up next, I did have a $1 challenge. This will come back after basically the end of the year. It is for my Christmas savings, so we have that fully funded. We also have a home improvement, which I try to save $10 at a time. It's not a priority right now, so it's sitting at $3, has been sitting at $3 for quite some time, but it's not going anywhere. Holiday. All right, so we are currently in the process for saving for Halloween and Thanksgiving. So it looks like I have $10. Let's see what's in here. 20, we'll add, nope, that's a white one. That one's not gonna work. Dry erase. All right, took a minute. Sorry about that. All right, we're gonna add 5 more, which will bring me up to 25. I'm kind of hoping to maybe get to 30 or 40 in here. Our youngest is not interested in dressing up, but it would be nice to be able to buy candy for a trunk or treat that's around. And then Thanksgiving, we're gonna add 5 more to here, which should bring me up to 87. The goal is to have roughly $300 in here to help pay for Thanksgiving dinner. 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87. Yay! All right, so both of those holidays are moving in the right direction. Let's go ahead and move this all the way to the back because we won't need those anymore. All right, up next, it is time for my daughter's wedding. All right, so if you've been around, you know my daughter is getting married later this year. We recently finished the 100 envelope challenge, gave it to her, which was a $5,000 wedding gift with the intention of there are no strings attached. Use it for whatever you need to, sweet pea. If you need it to pay bills this month, you need to pay bills this month. I know that's not what she's using it for, but there were 0 strings attached in her $5,000 wedding gift. Now we're in the process of saving another $5,000 because it's an out-of-town wedding. So we need to save for that trip because we've got some expenses. So 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 450 plus 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, which gives me a total of $525 to stuff today. Yay! All right, I tried the 100 envelope. I am not a fan of using all of those little envelopes. I didn't like it. So instead, we are just tracking it on here so that I know when I've made it to $5,050. But then I have made some envelopes in which we are stuffing things inside of. All right, so minus 76, 75, 74, 73. Ooh, minus 72, minus 71. We should be able to complete this whole row. Yay! All right. So just again, a sticker or a sheet that I made, printed off, and then stickers from the Dollar Tree. They're their little dots. This is so exciting. Guys, finishing this row, I know that we now have over $2,500. The bottom 3 rows really hold the majority of this $5,000. So this is so exciting. Okay, and then we have 84 and we can't fill that in. So we're gonna subtract 70, which should give me 14. Very nice. So we've got a 70 and a 14. Yay! So slowly getting there. We are working this in rather large chunks. So I guess I shouldn't say slowly, but just working this out in chunks so that all of this will soon be filled. All right, let me put this stuff out of the way while I grab my envelopes. So I made some different categories for things I knew we were going to need to spend. Like we want cash if we want to buy souvenirs. This shouldn't say extras. This should say events. So definitely when we do something like this in the future, I know that I should change that to events. We're going to need some food while we're there. This is for those things I forgot about because I always forget something. Gas because we are driving. Lottery because my husband has an addiction to out-of-state lottery when we travel. clothes because we need to buy suits for my husband and my son, and then I'm going to need a dress, and then we're not staying in a hotel. It shouldn't have said hotel. Instead, maybe it should have said, what are we staying in a cabin, but it's not an Airbnb, but it's like that. But it's so exciting. And it is not only fully funded, but I have actually even already paid the deposit out of here. So exciting. But we've saved our $850 for a hotel. So we don't need that anymore. We've also, I planned on $500. I really don't know how much we're going to need in the end. If we need extra, I believe we can shift some around and get some extra in here, but clothes is fully funded. So we've got, what I said, $525. Yes, $525 to sort out into everything. So I'm going to be real. We're just going to kind of turn it all over. See who's got some in it. You've got some. Oh, and you've got some. All right, so how close are you? 420? Oh, I don't have 80, do I? 50, 60, 70. Oh, I do. I can do an 80. That'll give me up to 500. Wrong color. All right, so we are going to add 80, which will get me up to 500. Yay! All right. So there used to be flaps on all of these to close like envelopes, and I decided I hated them. So I ripped them all off. No, I didn't rip them. I pulled out the cutting board and I took them all off because I did not like them. So they're no longer like envelopes that close. Like this was an envelope that closed. These no longer do. So there should be 500. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 47, 49, 50. All right, 500 fully funded. There's another one. So what are you? You are cash. So we have all of our cash. All right. So we have 2 that have money in it and 4 that don't. So I think we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Gas, food. I think we'll stick the extra in food. That sounds good. All right, so let's get everybody marked off. So you are going to get $100. And what are you? Miscellaneous. Very nice. You are going to get $100. What are you? Oh, you only need 3, not bad. Souvenirs. All right. You are not getting extra, you are gas. Oh, put that backwards. I don't like it when they're backwards. I don't care that they're not in order, but I don't want them backwards. You're gonna get 100 extras, and actually it should say events. Nice. I've been looking at some events up there, and this 400's like one thing for us to do as a family of 3. Outrageous. But hopefully we'll be able to do one of them. All right, and then 100 for lottery. All right, and then we said we were going to add an extra 2045. So that brings me up to 345 out of 500 or 750. Let's pull out what's in here. All right. 10, 20, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33, 34, 340, 345. All right, so we are creeping in on our $5,000. Again, I know that we have over half of it done. Yay! Oh, another backwards. And we have already paid the deposit for our rental. And then honestly, guys, my husband came up to me this morning and said, hey, Rosa, I think next weekend when I am off, we should go out and start working on getting clothes. So some of this may disappear soon too. So it's really nice to know that it is funded. All right, and that brings us up to my 1 month ahead challenge. I love this. So I am trying to find a fun way that makes me want to save roughly $5,000 to help me get ahead on my bills. And one way that I did that was to create tracking sheets in which I laid out some of the things that we pay for every month. counted up how many icons, decided how much money I needed for it. Like I said, for the mortgage, I needed $12.50, divided it by all my little icons, and realized that I needed $38 for this one. So that's what I did for all of these categories. And I am in the process of using the debt snowball method, but it's not debt. It's kind of like savings snowball method, where each of these has an amount. This is 38, and I go through and there are 15, and I get $15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Sweet. Means I found an extra 5 this time. And I go through and everybody gets their $1 payment, just like the debt snowball would. And once they fill up, like this only needs $4. So once it gets $4, it doesn't get it again. And then it starts to fill incrementally. So we have actually wiped out most of these. If you've been following along, you know we are down to, I think, 4 envelopes. So let's start by figuring out everybody that gets money. Everyone's going to get their $1. So the mortgage gets its $1. This is the long part, is getting down to when the snowball finally starts to take place. Groceries. You'll notice that there is one icon already shaded. That's because I'm doing this in rounds. Everybody got one icon shaded in first, and now I took all of that out, took it to the bank, and now I'm in the process of going through my second icon. So these 3 have one icon. I know that the electric has one icon, and then starts in with car insurance has 2, means it's fully funded. Well, it's got its $16 for this round of savings. Dining out has its 14, my vehicle has 14, gas has 12, phone has 12, student loan has 12, the RV has 8, internet has 7, family birthdays has 6, Cobra has 5, and lunch has 4. And some of these no longer apply, like my RV. We've sold the RV, but because it's already in the mix and it's going to help me save $5,000, I've left it in. Cobra is dental insurance for my husband. He has finished up all of his stuff, so we have now taken that off and have moved him to my current insurance plan. So some of this is slowly getting out where it's not applicable anymore, but that's okay. I'm still keeping it because it's helping me save to that $5,000. So all of those have their 2 icons. Time to back up. Electricity needs 17. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, sweet! 17 means I get to color in another icon. All right, not so neat at coloring here, guys. It's not my jam. Oh, I do it just enough to get it done. All right, so electric's done, which means we're now down to 3 envelopes. Okay, sorry. So groceries needs 25. So let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh my gosh. All right, let's count it again just to make sure I didn't mess up. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So exciting. See, even when the larger envelopes get down to it, it's still, no, we're not going to do green. It still fills up. So I was able to complete 2 today. Yay, 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 yay. Now electric did seem like it must have only needed the $1 that got put in that was its normal payment, but it doesn't matter because I now only have 2 envelopes left. All right, let's get my extra into my cash and see how much is in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of $29. Ooh, hold on. 13 plus 15. Score. Oh, I'll be $1 short next time. That's okay. We'll see if we can find some extra cash when we go to stuff everything so that we can mark this one off too. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm down to 2. Okay, so this is just a fun way for me to work on saving 1 month ahead. And that, guys, it's all my money for my savings challenge envelope. If you have not already, please take a second, hit that thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.